Bridgeport, the federal trial against Kosta Diamantis is getting closer to a verdict. Jurors are now deliberating after closing arguments today. Prosecutors say Diamantis was a corrupt public official, but Diamantis' attorney told jurors, "You may not like Diamantis, but you must follow the law." Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, spent the day in the courtroom and is live outside the federal courthouse with the latest tonight. Susan.
A busy day here in federal court. In fact, federal prosecutors were the first to lay out their closing arguments today. They say Diamantis was corrupt. They also say that he took money, cash payments from people, and if they did not pay him, he threatened them. But Diamantis' attorney told jurors the feds didn't prove their case. The fate of Kosta Diamantis will soon be decided by a jury. Are you feeling better today?
I am.
Monday afternoon, the government started laying out their closing arguments. Assistant U.S. Attorney David Novick told jurors he was a corrupt public official. He got those contractors' work almost entirely funded with taxpayer money. He used his position to strike fear. During the trial, the owners of two companies, Acronym and Cap, testified, saying Diamantis demanded cash payments from them to get school construction projects.
I didn't ask for the maximum, I asked for the minimum of what we paid, so that's more than reasonable. I even asked less than that, I asked for 40.
And if they didn't pay, the government says they believed he had the power to hurt their business. He misused his official position. He broke the law. When Norm Pattis, Diamantis' attorney, summed up their case, he tried to poke holes in the testimony from witnesses. He said John Duffy from Acronym was cutting deals for himself, and the owner of Cap, Antoinette Roy, who had started a new business, considered Diamantis a mentor. But she testified she felt she had no choice but to pay him and even hired his daughter to make him happy. Pattis says the cash payments to Diamantis at the Capitol Grill and Dunkin' Donuts were for legal and consulting fees. Pattis also focused on a charge of violating interstate commerce, saying there was no effect to interstate commerce and the government failed to meet its burden of proof.
If you're asking me would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. What I do was illegal? The answer is absolutely not.
The owner of Acronym, a Middlefield Mason company, told jurors last week that when Diamantis approached him and wanted money, and if he didn't pay him, he says Diamantis threatened not to let him do that Mason job. In the end, the jurors heard 2.5 weeks of testimony. That's a lot of detail. They're going into deliberations. They'll be back here tomorrow morning. Ultimately, the jurors will have to decide who they believe and what they believe. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News, live in Bridgeport.
All right, Susan, thank you. We just learned